All right, welcome, ladies. So this is booklet number 2 that will have been on Facebook. Anyone haven't got this? I will be happy to drop it onto the chat. Everyone got the booklet?
No.
Good. No. Okay.
No.
All right. The day 2 booklet being uploaded to the chat, then you guys are welcome to download that. Okay. While those are downloading, or while I'm uploading and you're downloading your booklet, let's have a share and about yesterday. So we did the pattern awareness, recognitions, and transformation. So most of you have shared already in the homework that your biggest takeaway. Now let's recap. Who would like to share your learning from yesterday and what you have experienced so far after 24 hours? Anyone? Alicia?
Well, as I wrote in the Facebook group, just recognizing patterns and how they show up in different scenarios. And, it's our job to spot that pattern and try to change it. First, be aware of it, and then we change it.
Good. Very good summary. But have you had any experience, the haha moment after saying, oh, this is my pattern. Now I'm going to watch it. Is there any example since we met yesterday?
Well, I do notice that I get excited about something and then I kind of talk myself out of it.
Anyone could identify with Alicia? Like we get excited.
Yeah, I can identify with that, definitely. Yeah.
And often that is really what it meant to be. But then we talk ourselves out. What do you think the reason that you talk yourself out of it?
Just lacking courage to do it, or self-doubt, fear, all the ugly things.
Yeah. Do you think the fears, the lacking of confidence, it just happened overnight, or it has been happening over the years and we haven't recognized it?
No, it's, been happening for a very long time. So I'm just, the only thing I can do is just keep, working on myself and slowly get better.
Beautiful. Just love your honesty. Like, I'll work on it. And now you say, I can't do that. And now it's like, the founder was saying, I must do this in order to give ourselves the inner power to truly be who you are. Isn't that beautiful? Excellent. So this is what's going to let us into, because we know that we have so many layers over the years. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to straight into watching a video. For those who have seen the water experiment video, okay, I would like you to come with an open mind and ask yourself, I have seen this. However, this time when I watch this video, what lesson I need to learn for my today self? Promise you guys will do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's go for this.
Looking. This next series of photographs are the work of Japanese researcher Mr. Masaru Emoto from his book, The Message from Water. Mr. Emoto's work provides factual evidence that human vibrational energy, thoughts, words, ideas, and music affect the molecular structure of water. Please remember that water comprises over 70% of a mature human body and covers the same amount on our planet. Water is the very source of all life. This photo shows the beautifully formed geometric design of the Yushi Spring water. This next photo is from the Shimanto River, the last clean spring in Japan. Notice the extraordinary geometric forms. The fact that the molecular structure of water can be affected by our consciousness, our intent, and our sounds is extremely important. This photo is from the Mount Cook Glacier in New Zealand. Mr. Emoto has been visually documenting these molecular changes in water by means of his photographic techniques. He freezes droplets of water, then examines them under a dark field microscope that has photographic capabilities. His work clearly demonstrates the diversity of the molecular structure of water and the effects of the environment upon the structure of the water. This photo is from the fountain in Lourdes, France. This photo is from contaminated water from the Yodo River in Japan. In this photo, we can compare the contaminated water with clean stream water. Look at the difference. Mr. Emoto decided to see what effects music would have upon the structure of water. He placed distilled water between two speakers for several hours while playing different music and then photographing the crystals that formed after the water was frozen. This photo is of water being exposed to Beethoven's Pastorale. This photo is the effect of Bach's Air for the G-string on the water. This photo is water exposed to Chopin's Farewell Song. This next photo is water being exposed and affected to music that was designed for healing. This photo is of water being exposed to the Kawachi folk dance. This photo shows the effect of heavy metal music upon the water. Here now we can compare the effects of healing versus heavy metal music and what happens to the water molecules. Mr. Emoto decided to see how thoughts and words affected the formation of untreated distilled water crystals by typing words onto paper and then taping this paper onto glass bottles overnight. This photo shows the effects of the words, "Thank you." This next photo shows the effects of the words, "love" and "appreciation." This photo shows the effects of the words, "You make me sick, I will kill you." And here we can compare the effects of "thank you" with the "you make me sick, I will kill you." Very, very different geometric forms being occurred through the intention. Now this photo is of a very polluted and toxic water from the Fujiwara Dam. Here now is the same water from the Fujiwara Dam after a Buddhist monk had offered a prayer over it. Prayer, that sound coupled with intention, seems to have an extraordinary ability of restoring water to its natural, harmonious, geometric symmetry. And in this photo we can compare the toxic water and then the effects of praying over the water. It's really quite impressive. These photographs that we have just seen show proof that not only does sound have the ability of affecting and changing physical structure, but that with regard to the molecular structure of water, that our intent with our sound is extremely important. This may have great implications for the future of both personal and planetary harmony and healing.
What are your takeaway from the video? What you just watched?
That we're all connected. That's all connected.
We all connected?
The
And
frequencies.
Yeah.
yes,
Go on,
Linda.
honey.
Frequencies.
Mhm.
Help the whole,
Absolutely.
and the earth and the whole universe.
Mm.
Absolutely.
And that words and thoughts matter.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
I was going to say that's basically the same sort of experiment that was done with plants
Yes.
as to harsh words and kind words as to whether they grow or not.
Beautiful.
Yes.
We all got that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Beautiful. So the next question is, what are the percentage in us that our body contain liquid or water?
70,
70.
60 to 70.
85%.
actually 80, it's a lot more higher.
85%.
It depends on which school of thought you came from.
Mm.
It's normally will be between 65 to 80%. But even just think about it, the amount of liquid in our body, because without the blood circulating in our body, we won't be able to survive, right? So from watching this video, from there, where do you think you would like to start to speak to yourself nowadays after watching how this would turn out? If you are going to take a drop of your blood and put in the freezer and cut it open and watch how you've been yourself in the last decades of years, how the crystal will turn out. Just have a think about it. And knowing what's happening right now. Anyone will think that my crystal is going to be beautiful because I've been speaking kindly to myself.
Working towards it.
Sorry, who is saying
Working towards it.
beautiful? Yes, working towards it. That's absolutely, because today is the day for us to start with that. And what is really happening that I'll share with you, because the rubber band analogy is very important for us to grasp hold of it. Okay. It's not just how we spoke about it and then how it affect our, whether we crystallize our blood or not. But every time we spoke to ourselves, we add a millimeters of thickness, so-called, in our neural pathway. We build a negative neural pathway. You're no good. You can't do this. You're not capable. Every time we do that, we build that layer upon layer. So therefore, we always say, most of us, which I will call this is a monkey brain. We have a great idea, but then we start talking ourselves out of it because all those neural pathway is just going to the negative. Means the underneath is, I can't be successful. Who am I going to be successful? So today is the day for us to start thinking in what way we could help ourselves to speak kindly in that direction. So who's here is going to commit to yourself to start to speak kindly? All right, good. Now we are aware of it. What is it that you're going to do to help you to recognize that then? Someone like to share?
Take note and start speaking positive affirmations. Take note, be more aware, and start speaking positively.
Exactly. Good on you. Okay. So when we know that we're overthinker, do you think when we overthink, it doesn't affect any part of our bodies or our spirit? It does. It does, right? Okay. Linda, sounds like I'm picking on you because you openly shared yesterday as well that you couldn't speak up, right, for a long time. So you know that it's not just affecting our confidence, but physically it affects us as well.
Yeah.
So most of us know Linda well. She's very open. Okay. So we say, Linda, we notice that it's not just that when you feel like you can't speak, she started to have this feeling on your throat, right, Linda, isn't it? And you start to contract that. And often can see that, right? So it impacts on our body as well. All right.
And coughing as well.
Yes. But what have you noticed now since you've been working for a while, on this matter? What have you noticed?
That I'm not doing it as much and I'm working towards other ways of helping me to stop doing that.
Beautiful. Isn't that great that we all been working on ourselves and with, the sisterhood that is supporting us. We've been
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you to Anna.
And also, yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. And Alicia as well, because she said yesterday you shared, I recognize that I don't feel as anxious. I used to feel that every day. And now you recognize that you also been working, with us for a while, that those has reduced. But we all on our journey to having this transformation. So we're going to break down even to smaller step today to help us all to move forward, to understand that when we are in this environment, we get stretched. And when we go back to our old environment, we might go back to our old form. So what is the method that was going to help us to continue to get stretching? And sometimes we rest, but won't be resting too much, but we'll continue get stretching and transforming along the way. Who's committing to yourself that you're going to continue to work on yourself to move forward? Good. All right. Now, any questions so far? What I'm trying to explain to you that is the way we have spoken to ourselves or behaving, it does build on these layers of layers. Therefore, now we need to break it down to small steps to help us to rewire our brain. Have you guys heard of this concept before, rewiring your brain?
Yep.
Yep. Good. Davida, what's your experience about rewiring your brain?
Oh, it depends on what part we're looking at and what you're wanting to do. It was more of a thing of not necessarily ignoring things, but wanting to know why certain things are happening and how you can change that and change the way you think about those and basically the way you feel about it.
Absolutely. Okay. So that's a pattern, isn't it? Would like to know, but it becomes so automatic that it came up over and over again. Correct. And when you recognize, we need to shift. Okay. Now, I'm going to share something with you guys. All right. The iceberg model won't be a stranger to most of you. So we're talking about, our conscious mind is above the sea level. And when we look at the subconscious and the unconscious mind is about 95%. So that's why we say we often have a monkey brain. We have been thinking and thinking and thinking over again this automatic form because the 95% will become automatic. Okay. What's more important for us is to understand that often we operate in our unconscious. Okay. It mostly is happening between the 0 to 7 years of age. And it would be, sometimes it could be the trauma we experience, not necessarily a physical trauma, but when we talk about psychological one it could be just a name calling, or it could be like, I'm picking on Linda today because she shared with us often that her mother often say, you must do everything right. Is that how your mom said? Yeah, you must do everything right. So Linda, every time she tried to do something, even a very simple task, she think and think and think for her that you must do something right. So this is a very simple example. But for some of us, it's something else. Okay. Now I want to ask a permission for Marie. Like yesterday you shared that, like I said, there's a theme that is that I do not deserve to be joyful, or I do not deserve to go out to enjoy with my friends. Therefore, you turn down the invitation. Okay. So would that be okay to work with you right now to help you to understand that what is in your subconscious or your unconscious level that you have this statement describing that I do not deserve? Would that be all right? Yeah. If you could unmute. Now let's all send some love to Marie to help her to be to be open up and work on this. Okay. So as far as you could remember, when was the first time that you had this thoughts or feelings that I don't deserve? The first thought come to your mind.
I think I'm trying to picture a scenario when that happened. I think growing up, we were sort of taught to serve others before ourselves, because if we serve ourselves, it's a form of selfishness. So you need to think of others before you. And when you think of yourself, you think it's a form of, you're being selfish because you want to do something, because you need to think of others and how that's going to affect them.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Even might be sounds like very simple. Who's here been told that you're so selfish, you always think about yourself? Or don't be selfish, you have to put other people's first. Anyone? I was always taught like
I wasn't told that,
yeah.
but I felt that way.
Okay. So it might not be verbally, but there's an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Because as a child, in the Chinese culture, the adult eat first, the kids come second. Or there's a gathering. The kids are always noisy, so we are not allowed to play loud. We're told, shh. So you're to be seen and not heard. Okay, Marie, how do you feel right now when I describe that? I'm just generalizing, but like, how do you feel in your body? Where do you feel that there's a sensation in your body about I did not deserve? You remember that you were told, don't be selfish, put other first.
A particular scenario that happened?
No, well, now it's not about a particular scenario, because you identify that because that has been conditioning into us. So subconsciously, we know that, we feel that we do not deserve to enjoy time with my friends. Okay. Now, when we are aware of it in our conscious level right now, I'm asking, do you feel anything? Do you have any emotion or sensation that you feel right now?
I feel numb. I feel really numb.
The numbness. Okay. Any part of your body, particularly you feel numb?
You mean physically or emotionally?
Well, both emotionally and physically. We'll continue to work on that.
Emotionally, I just feel numb. I just don't feel anymore. I feel like I don't feel or know how to feel joy, or everything just feels numb.
And how about your bodily sensation right now?
I don't know how to answer that.
That's okay. All right. Now, by feeling emotionally the numbness, what do you think is the opposite to it? To this emotionally numb feeling?
The opposite of feeling numb is to start feeling things, obviously. To start feeling happiness, joy, excitement.
Okay. Now, because we did not pinpoint particularly at the time or whether there's a person who told you that, but now you recognize it, right? Now, in your adult self now with all your power, because remember I said it's between 0 to 7, often we have this formation. How would you help this little girl in you feeling numb in taking a step forward to feel the happiness? What would you do to help this child in you?
To allow her to feel emotions, to allow her to feel free to be happy, to allow her to cry if she wants to cry, to experience emotions and not suppress.
Okay. Excellent. So with your current self now, next time when you want to feel like crying or feel like joyous, would you give yourself the permission to do that?
I need to give myself permission to do that.
Because it has been happening for so many years, the numbness is become your norm.
It has.
So it's not exactly to ask yourself for the permission, but it's okay to take even just one small step by acknowledging it today, that we are here to witness and we are here to remind you it's okay. And you're in Melbourne. I think most of us, except Alicia, will have a Zoom coffee with you, but we probably, and you know, Anna, you know how to party, so we'll go out for a coffee. How about that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I want the other ladies to observe when Marie talked about the numbness. Did you notice how her body structure, like posture was like? And now do you notice how her body's posture is right now when she said, it's okay for me to have joy. It's okay for me to feel happiness. Or just now her tone of voice has slightly shifted as well. What is Anna trying to do? She's waving. Do you want to speak, Anna, or? Okay. Now, this is something very simple, okay? But
You're
I would
muted,
like to,
Anna.
I think she's driving. Do you need
She
to?
was
Would you like to
talking,
share?
but she was muted.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry, you asked the question, and I not only felt her body shift, but I felt the air shift with her. And then the body recognized the tone of, okay.
Good observation. Because sometimes it could be very slightly shift, but like when she say that, she actually can feel the happiness. Yeah, happiness. Okay.
Yeah,
but
just
right
that
now,
feeling of feeling lighter and not so heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, this 1 minute shift is each day. Okay. And we have to constantly to help us to remember and recognize it. That's why the pattern, we'll be doing that. Okay. Now, any question about the iceberg model, knowing that we think up here, but this is a picture, but underneath we have a lot of subconsciousness that we become very automatic.
Yeah, basically you need to address the subconscious and bring it to the conscious.
Exactly.
Easy to say.
True.
It's easy to say, hard to do. But I've got an exercise. We'll finish the thing, and then I've got an exercise for everyone to have a bit of fun with herself tonight.
Good, very good. Okay. So, yes, by knowing it is important, but more powerful than important is how we're going to have this application of how we do this subconsciousness to bring it in our consciousness, and then how we're going to change. Okay, it's a whole bunch of long word, but the fact is it is possible. But first of all, we need to go back to the basic first. So when our monkey brain is so busy thinking, do you think our monkey brain will allow us to bring out our unconscious mind up here for us to be conscious about some of the not so good habits? Okay. So in our container, like some of them, Alicia has experienced that, the timeline therapy. Remember, I did a mini timeline therapy with Alicia, and she said, you call this mini?
Yeah.
Okay. But it is mini. Normally we do it over a day, but like I spent about 4 hours with you, Alicia, isn't it? However, 4 hours sounds long, but in fact that we actually resolved some of the childhood issues for you. Okay. So that's what we call the timeline therapy. In a very short time frame, we can help you to collapse some of the issues and bring it to your awareness and shift it. Okay. So that's where Alicia started to say, I no longer have the anxiety on a daily basis, but after that, we continue to do other, work on her to help her to move forward to see the result like today. Okay. Now, who is here ready to do a little bit of exercise that for us to learn to calm our monkey brain and start to speak to ourselves beautifully? Who is ready?
Yes. Yeah, I'm ready.
Excellent. Okay. Who's here haven't done meditation?
I haven't done
One, right?
meditation.
Oh, you haven't done meditation. You are in for a treat. Okay. All right. How many of us actually know that the benefit of meditation is not just calming our mind? The benefit is actually helping us to rewiring our mind and accelerate this rewiring to help us to go beneath our conscious level. Okay. All right. Now, for those who are ready and then you're driving, please do not participate in this exercise. Okay. Because I normally will ask you guys to feel more comfortable is to close your eyes. Okay. So for those who are watching replay, please do not listen to this meditation while you're driving. Okay. And for those who are watching the replay, type replay, and you want to have a mini breakthrough, let me know and I'll help you guys to have a mini breakthrough. All right. Okay. Now let's close our eyes. We're doing some grounding meditation today. Okay. As you breathe in and breathe out, sense it coming. As you feel the energy, sense it that is coming from your tailbone. As you breathe in from your tailbone, expand your belly and feel your lungs to the top of your head. We'll take it slowly. As you breathe out, feel the energy coming down from the top of your head, slowly contracting from your belly button, and squeeze out the air in your lungs to your tailbone. And let's do it together again. Start taking a deep breath, feeling it from coming up from your tailbone as you breathe in. Expand your belly and feel your lungs to the top of your head and take notice of the sensation. As you breathe out, feel the energy transporting from the top of your head, slowly coming down, squeezing the air out from your lungs, and slowly contracting your belly button, push it in down to your tailbone, and notice the energy within your spine. One more time. As you breathe in, sense it coming from your tailbone. Expand your belly and fill up your lungs to the top of your head. Allow yourself to feel the sensation on top of your head. As you breathe out, feel the energy coming down from the top of your head and squeeze out the air from your lungs and your belly and allow the energy travel to your tailbone. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, let's see yourself, visualize yourself with roots growing from the bottom of your feet, deep into the core of the earth. As you grow, a grounding core like a rope or a tree limb from the base of your spine. Allow it to punch through all of the layers of the earth, then anchor it deep into the place. Split open this core to the width of your hips. Imagine the earth energy from the roots of your feet moving up in the front of your body as you breathe it in. As you breathe it out, release the brown color, the negative energy down the back of your body. Release this unwanted energy out through your grounding core and back into the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's repeat this exercise again. Let's see yourself See the roots are growing from the bottom of your feet, deep into the earth of the core, growing this core like a rope or a tree limb from the base of your spine. Allow it to punch through to all of the layers of the earth, then anchor it deep into the place. Now split open this core to the width of your hips. Imagine the red color, the earth energy from the roots of your feet moving up from the front of your body. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, release the brown color, the negative energy down the back of your body. Release this unwanted energy out through your grounding cord and back into the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And when you're ready, slowly coming back into the room. How do you feel? How do you feel on your energy level?
Relaxed, ready for bed.
Soon, darling. It's your evening now, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. And then anyone feel being energized after connecting to the core of the earth?
Lighter.
Now, it is important. Good energy, fantastic. Now, it is important that for us to practice this, because it's not just when I have time. Okay, we all have 24 hours a day. Now, for Dr. Joe Dispenza, for him, when I attend his retreat, he actually set aside 2 hours a day in the morning for his meditation. But it doesn't mean that he does like 2 hours meditation. Even for a guru himself, he said sometimes we just get distracted. So we need to allow ourselves to have that 2 hours knowingly. First thing in the morning, we could invest into ourselves. For him to share, he also said, at times, I'm not going to ask you guys, who's here was so focused that they didn't have any thought or other things can't come into your mind? Even for Dr. Joe, he said, he acknowledged there are things could come in his mind during his meditation. But as long as we recognize it and say, let's focus in the present on this meditation, that is an improvement. Isn't that great? Knowing a guru has been doing that for over 10, 20 years. So for us, meditation is okay. Just start with even 5 minutes, because that is something for all of us to experience, to calm ourselves, not just that, but allow ourselves to rewire our brain. Because I promise you, you're going to get addicted to it, because you know that when we don't get ourselves grounded, meditation is a form of grounding as well. Our days are not going to travel well, because what I noticed in the last 2 years, on the day that I haven't had the chance to meditate, things does not go smoothly. So I rather sit down and invest into my time for rewiring my brain and to do meditation than to start my day off being the mother, being the business owner, being the wife, because that is important. Because there's a ripple effect. Now, who am I going to call to have a quick share? Anna, you're driving, okay? Linda, you also been practicing because you does a lot of prayer. Like, would you like to share the benefit of being meditate for a while, or in form of prayers as well?
Well, I find if I from where you spoke, I find if I don't stop and give myself some time and to meditate and be grateful and all that, the days don't flow as well at all. And I find, and then with praying in that, God, universe, however you see it, I wake up in the morning, I'm very grateful to God and say many things. And then possibly throughout the day, I'll stop and I pray for the sisterhood and other people, and then just end my day with prayer as well, and gratefulness and all that I've done for the day.
Yeah, beautiful. So you notice the difference. It's even more efficient now that when you started to meditate, you notice that you become more efficient, because that's one of the things that you want to, your goal wanted to work on is like, I don't want to be so fussy, and then, find that even a simple task, it take me hours. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Do you think it's enough, or do you think you guys don't have homework today? You have homework today. It's not going to be difficult, but I would like to share with you on your booklet. It would be on your page 9. Okay? You all have this on page 9. It's all about you. Okay? It is just how the universe works that, Marie shared that, you're selfish when you put yourself first. And I feel like, this is really aligned that to challenge you today. But I think it's a challenge to all of us to put ourselves first. Because when you don't fill your cup, you can't really fill up others. How could you give when your cup is empty? Agree? Okay. So the reason I brought into the meditation is help you to come to a state that you are calmer. So we can actually think of to help you to determine what is important for yourself and help you to anchor this in on a daily basis. Besides the morning ritual to get to practice of meditation, but also having this affirmation for yourself to build the confidence. Because remember, the 1 millimeter shift is we need to do it on a daily basis. We have built negative neural pathway, but doesn't mean that we cannot build new neural pathway that is positive, that we could balance that out. Okay. So scientifically, we know the negative pathway is always there, because once it formed that many of neurons form, they stay there. But we can help us to increase the new one. So the negative one is not as dominant. So who's here ready to build more new neural pathway that are positive?
Yep. Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So I want you to think about 3 words that you would describe yourself. I am joyful, I'm happy, I'm powerful, I'm confident. You think of that. What would be the 3 words that will give you the energy, the feeling for you to move forward throughout the day, which has very special meaning to yourself? I'm compassion, I'm loved, I'm abundance. So it's not just in your head. So when you do that, when you say those 3 words, you actually can feel it in your heart and your gut. And through that, to connect to your mind, and you can actually amplify that. You can feel the energy coming out of you. Because this is actually one of the little exercise that we do in our container, in our first pillar, being radiant. And the radiant, the body, the soul, and the spirit. So this is one part of it. It's a practice that we do. Okay, now anyone are grappling or struggling a little bit to have the 3 words that is really meaningful to yourself? That I am. So for those who are finished, would you like to tap into the screen and share with us what are your 3 special words that you're going to use from now on?
Do you only have to have 3, or can you do more?
Of course you can do more, the high achiever. But 3 is a special number.
Okay.
You will notice that when you start working with me, I always put 3 simple steps, 3 ways of doing things.
Okay.
Please guide the ladies. You can do more. All right. Let's see, Alicia. I'm confident, I'm compassionate, and I'm courageous. Wow, I can feel that. And why is I'm loving, I'm brave, I'm calm. Good. Okay. Okay, everyone got it? Good. I'll bring it to you guys that what we're going to do about this is, as I said, it's not just going to be sitting in our head. We're actually going to help you to feel it and experience it. And Anna, the next exercise, you're also not allowed to do this while you're driving. She's driving over here to hit me now, like, the reader. I said, you're not allowed to do this exercise. Okay. All right. Everyone's ready? All right. Okay. So when you say these 3 words to yourself in the morning, actually, I'm a bit greedy now. Don't just do it once in the morning. Actually, let's at least do it twice or 3 times a day. So here I am, I'm going to say 3 is a special number. 3 times a day is you think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right. Because who would not love to say more to that? I'm loving, I'm brave, I'm calm, or I'm courageous. Okay. But when we say that, I want you actually truly to feel it, to amplify it. So by sitting down, it is not going to help. Okay? Because just now with the meditation, because like it's the first time, I don't want you guys to fall asleep or falling down. That's why I say you can sit down. But actually, next time when you do this meditation of feeling this core of your tree trunk and your root are going down to the earth, it will be helpful for us to stand up to do this meditation. But today, right now, I'm going to ask you to stand up and going to do this affirmation together. And I give you a little bit of a physical exercise. Now, for those who have leg injuries or ankle injury that can't stand up, that's okay. All right. But I want to help you to actually fully to experience when you do this affirmation. Okay. So as you stand up, you can open your feet slightly open, and that's about as parallel as wide as your shoulder. All right. So as we do this exercise, we call this as a power pose. Okay. Catherine didn't create this. All right. But the business school of the Harvard Business Schools actually have done experiment on this and found that people become more confident as they do it. Okay. So the power pose is either, for those who remember, anyone remember at school when you're running across the finish line, what are the most people do? Put their hand out. I won. Okay. This is one of the power poses that to help you to have that feeling like I'm the winner. And as you do that, I want you to feel it, feel the emotion and the energy. All right. Now, Marie already know that my power pose is going to put both of my hands next to my hips. I call this the superwoman pose.
Oh, yes.
You stand up, you put your hand on both of your hips on side. Do you feel like, when you put it down, it's like you drag your shoulder down. But when you put your hand on both sides of your hip, do you feel that you're more powerful, more energy, and your chest out, your shoulder up? Can you feel that? So this is the second one. All right. So the third one, I call it the nurturing pose. I often, when I pray, I like to put my hand like this. I don't see it as my hand, but I see it as my God's hand, that I'm a little girl or little baby sleeping in his palm. And more closely, I know that he is going to hold me closer to his heart. So this is what I call the nurturing pose. So it's up to you guys to choose it. So as we say that, I'm loved, I'm compassionate, I'm courageous. Maybe we choose one sentence at a time for yourself. Maybe I would you guys like to choose the same sentence? Like Alicia say, I'm confident. Shall we do that together?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So what we do is you choose a pose. All right. Then, as I said, it's not just once. At least say it 3 times until you feel that it's truly coming out of your body. Okay. So now on the video, let's do it for 3 times, but often you can say up to 2 minutes to help you to feel that. So are you ready? 1, 2, 3. So I'll do this. I'm confident, and I'm confident. Can you see my facial expression as I say it? My facial expression, I can see that I'm changing. Okay. I want you actually to feel that. I'm confident, and I'm confident. All right. Now I'll count 1, 2, 3. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. Go.
I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm confident.
Not enough. Okay, louder. 1, 2, 3 again.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
I'm confident.
I'm confident.
Okay. Now please take a seat. How do you guys feel as you did the second time? I can hear the change of the tone of the voice, and it's coming out truly that I can
Yeah,
feel
that
you.
was better the second time.
It's better than the second time,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Now, because you invest this time to help yourself, really don't just do what Catherine asked you, because what you're doing is actually investing into yourself. So when you truly doing this exercise, I'm confident. It's like, oh, Catherine told me I'm confident. Okay. So be true to ourselves. When we invest, it's like, I'm confident, to actually help us to experience that. And you feel the difference already, isn't the second time, Marie? How about you, Davida? How do you feel?
Relaxed.
Relax.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Because as we're doing a group setting, so I want to hear what you guys are saying. That's why I said, let's choose I'm confident. And Linda, the confidence in you. Wow. That was an explosion. I can hear that. Did you feel that? Oh, don't let me just put word in your mouth, but how did you feel when you said that?
Yeah, I felt more confident, definitely, and stronger.
Beautiful. Alicia, we stole the sentence from you, but how do you feel?
Good. Yeah.
See the big smile on you, isn't it? Good. Now, then what I would like you guys to do, the homework is I would like you to share inside the Facebook group your biggest takeaway and write down these 3 affirmations. And I would like you to invite you to start to do this on a daily basis. Would that be okay? So
Yes.
as I said, the task is 5 to 10 minutes each day. And doing this, it probably might just take you 2 minutes. But you notice the difference in you already, right? Good. Now, let's open Q&A. Any questions so far as we move forward to our day 2? Good. All good. Marie,
good.
were you going to say? Oh, good. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, the exciting news is for tomorrow, where the title is Breaking the Inner Chain. All right. So we're going to even dig deeper than today. And I must thank Marie for today being open to share and for us to go through the breakthrough together. Okay? And appreciate you all. Now, any shares? Anyone would like to share about your learning today?
Basically, you need to have self-belief.
Good. Fantastic, Davida. It's the belief that we're building. So we are building that on a 1 millimeter shift every day. And we could start from today. Would you agree?
Yep.
Beautiful, Davida. So be confident, be you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.